If your account still looks like the way it was beginning of this year, it's time for you to fix that, okay? You can't still be looking that broke, and we are almost done with 2025. So there are things I need you to do before the second half of this year starts. And these 3 things are: number 1, review your spending habits. Check your bank statement or transaction history. How much went to food, data, description, and other categories of expenditure? Okay, so you need to cut things that are necessary, things you are spending on that you know you don't necessarily need. And it's going to be difficult for those people that do not have description on their description, meaning they don't use description. Whenever they are making a transaction, it does not involve description, which, if you're part of those people, it's totally okay. A huge amount of people don't do that. I don't even do that because I just log my transaction in my budget Excel sheet. So I don't really use that description part, but I know people that do. So this is not for you guys. So if you're those kind of people that have description in your transaction, look at your transactions and try to understand or try to trace where your money goes to, because knowing where your money is leaking, it's easy for you to patch it. So review your transactions or review your spending habits. Number 2, reset your budget. So for those of you that have a budget, this is really helpful. If you don't have a budget, this is me telling you to go get a budget or start budgeting. The importance of budgeting, it just makes easy for you to track your expenses. It makes it easy to plan for expenses, and you basically can cut expenses. So it's good to have a budget. Get a budget. You can watch my video on budgeting. Under the description, you see a budget link. So let's talk about reset your budget. What worked in January, February, or even June this month might not necessarily work next month. For a reason, you might be lower in cash. Chances are you want to cut your expenses more, or there are certain items you don't really need, so you don't need them in your budget. So you have to completely scrap them off. So it's important that you review your budget every month to know whether, are these expenses necessary, or did I really need to spend this much on airtime? Actually, the answer is no. No, you didn't. Okay. So what worked in January or last month may not necessarily work for July. Maybe the price of those items are now different. You have to adjust your budget for that. Okay, so number 3, set one financial goal for July to December. So if you have not even started your financial goal, or you plan to start this year, but you really did not get where you want to get, I just want you to focus on one goal. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just one goal. It could be, this is an example. This is an example. So I'm not saying you should go and save 50,000 naira for the end of this year. For you, it could be saving more can be your goal, because maybe you already done saving 50k. That's not much. Maybe your goal is something else. Your goal might be less, your goal might be more, depending on you. So this is an example. Saving 50k by the end of the year. It could be investing 5k every month, or basically you focusing on getting a budget and sticking to that budget, because a lot of people might have a budget, they don't necessarily stick to that budget. So it could be you getting a budget and sticking to the budget. And getting a budget is not really that hard. Like I said, you could go watch my video I did on budgeting, and you could look at the description below. Okay, that aside. Okay, so don't wait for December to reach, then you not say, my New Year resolution for 2026 is to work on my finance. No, this year is not over. You can still do something. Even if it's half of your goal that you planned for 2025, you can achieve it. Even if it's a quarter, just don't wait. The earlier you start, the earlier you get used to the habits, and the earlier you are able to, save, the earlier you're going to grow your wealth, and the earlier you're going to be financially free. So I'm just gonna say this because I love this statement. The reason why you're not doing financially well is because you're not doing your finance well. And that's the end of this video.